Hey guys, in this video we're going to talk about 4 things most people missed in the first episode of the final 8th season, starting with the opening credits. You probably did not miss to notice Game of Thrones has a new intro, but what you might have missed is some of its details. The Game of Thrones opening title sequence is famous for changing every episode. The clockwork map of Westeros shifts and changes as the camera soars over it, lingering on the locations that will be relevant for the episode it precedes. There's one thing about the sequence that never changed before: the astrolabe. The intricate turning of the astrolabe, which we now know to be the giant hanging fixture in the Citadel library, is cut to 3 times during each opening title sequence, and always has the same 3 carvings, depicting the doom of Valyria, Robert's rebellion and its outcome, until the first episode of Season 8, the show's final season. The images engraved into Season 8's title sequence offer some more recent history. The first thing we see in the new sequence is an image that appears to be Viserion burning a hole through the wall, with the Night King on his back. In front of the wall, the Night King's dead soldiers wait to enter the rest of Westeros. On the other side, crowds flee south. That's how Season 7 ended. The next carving we see is a depiction of the Red Wedding. In the same House Sigil-based characterization from the old opening, we see a flayed man, representing House Bolton, holding up the head of a wolf for Robb Stark, to an appraising but pleased lion, meant to represent Tywin Lannister, who orchestrated the plot. In Lion's Jaws we see the fish, Tully House Sigil, representing Edmure Tully's capture. Between the lion and a flayed man stands the twins, the castle of the Freys where the Red Wedding happened. A direwolf hangs from the arch between its 2 high towers. The final image is a bit more complicated. It clearly depicts 4 dragons, a host of bowing horses, and a comet flying through the sky. While some have speculated that this is a hint of another dragon that has not been introduced to the show yet, there's a better explanation. This scene likely depicts Dany's rebirth on Khal Drogo's funeral pyre. The largest dragon, the one in the foreground, is Dany, symbolically represented by the sigil of her house just like in other images. The 3 in the back are her original 3 dragons, Drogon, Viserion and Rhaegal. The horses in front are the Dothraki that remained loyal to her, and the comet above them is the Red Comet, which is thought to symbolize the return of magic to the world. That's the first thing you might have missed about the new intro. What you also might have missed there is the White Walker GPS tracker. In episode 1, the ice floor spreads out from the wall, representing the Night King and his army who bring the storm and winter, and goes to the Last Heart, the seat of House Umber. The same spot little boy Lord Ned Umber was killed, and arranged on the wall at the end of episode 1. The ice floor will keep spreading in the upcoming intros, as armies move and clash, showing where the White Walkers are. The next thing most people missed is Ed Sheeran's Easter egg. In the scene that features Bran getting intimate with a trio of ladies, the girls begin gossiping. One mentions a ginger named Eddie, explaining how he came back with his face burned right off. He's got no eyelids now. You will remember that Season 7 of Game of Thrones featured a very random cameo from musician Ed Sheeran, who played a Lannister soldier Arya met somewhere in the Riverlands, while she was on her way to King's Landing. Eddie with his face burned right off is a reference to Ed Sheeran a ginger, and now we know the fates of those polite Lannister soldiers, burned by Danish dragons in the Loot Train battle. What you also might have missed in a scene where Qyburn comes to Bran to offer him a huge amount of money to kill Queen's brothers, is Qyburn's mysterious statement that could foreshadow a horrible pox outbreak in the capital, which would devastate King's Landing. One of the girls tells Qyburn that she's quite partial to older men, and he blandly notes, "Poor girl, the pox will take her within the year." Qyburn is a maester, so he can spot diseases. However, we have all seen who Qyburn is and what he does. He might have just marked his new experiment, but will this experiment be just for that girl, or does he plan to devastate entire King's Landing is open for interpretation. The final thing you might have missed if not paying close attention is that Bran was likely listening to the conversation between Tyrion and Sansa. Remember how in Season 7 Bran used ravens to listen and see what others are doing, like when he used ravens to see where the Night King is, or when he used them to witness destruction of the wall. When you go back and watch Tyrion and Sansa's scene again, if you look behind Sansa you'll notice a raven. Bran was likely listening to their conversation. Bran listened to Tyrion defending Cersei and vouching for his sister's good intentions. That's why Bran was shown at the end of that scene, and that's why he looks at Tyrion the way he looks. This stare, which requires Bran to crane his neck to deliver it to Tyrion from 2 stories below, takes place shortly after Sansa basically calls Tyrion stupid for trusting Cersei. Bran is likely aware of the truth, that Cersei is not in fact bringing her army north, but rather backstabbing all of them, as she is going to use the Golden Company to retrieve 7 kingdoms under her control. The stare seems to have its intended effect, as Tyrion looks unsettled. There's many more things some of you might have missed, such as the crossbow Cersei wants Bran to kill her brothers with, belonging to her late son Joffrey, but it's also the same crossbow Tyrion used to kill their father Tywin. Those kind of things I already mentioned in my review, so I don't think I need to talk about all those little things in this video. Here I provided you only a few things most of us missed in first watch. Let me know your thoughts about all of this in the comment section down below. And as always, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to subscribe to our channel, and I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.